Hey, it's Samantha McGolrick, and you are in the right place if you are a director or executive leading safe and healthy work from the boardroom or C-suite. You know, one of the biggest fears I hear from CEOs that I work with is, I don't want to be caught off guard, to not have seen it coming, like a fatality or a serious injury or illness, and to know that I should have done more. And then there's the fear of the public turning on them, because with 20/20 hindsight, anything can seem clear and simple. Now, this is a legitimate fear, the fear of the unknown, the fear of not doing enough, the fear of public outrage that has ruined many a career before them. But what I would say to these leaders is that there is a framework, or as I call it, a blueprint, for leading safe and healthy work. It's not complicated, but no one teaches you this in an MBA or other professional development training for CEOs. I have applied this framework to working with my executive clients, and as a result, they walk away with a better understanding of how to demonstrate their commitment to safe and healthy work, critical behaviors for building and strengthening trust in their organization, the degree of oversight they need to lead safe and healthy work and comply with their obligations, how to determine their critical and strategic health and safety risks, how to reverse engineer their vision to build a suitable health and safety roadmap. Who are those with the roles and responsibilities, their critical roles and responsibilities, to deliver and lead safe and healthy work, and the forums and frameworks they need to share knowledge and collaborate, the key components and concepts of a health and safety management system and their role in its implementation, and how to find the right balance between reward and recognition and consequence management. This blueprint is separated out into two components. The first being personal behaviors and knowledge of the leader. The second component is more focused on frameworks, systems, and governance. Both components assist CEOs in leading safe and healthy work. So let me break each of these components down just a little bit further. And be sure to get your free copy of my CEO cheat sheet as a download on this page. Firstly, you need to establish the organization's vision for health and safety. Without the vision, the people in the organization don't have a common goal. And without this, it makes it a lot more difficult for the business to head in a common direction and meet your expectations without defining what that direction looks like. Then we need to look at identifying your critical and strategic risks. You need to be well versed in these critical risks to understand how you apply a reasonably practicable approach to eliminating or mitigating the risk of harm. You also need to know these risks so that you have an idea of the types of controls that you should be monitoring. Once we're done with establishing a vision and clarifying your risk profile, we can start to draft a roadmap to help you achieve the vision and manage many of those risks. When the roadmap is done, it helps us better identify those in critical roles and their responsibilities. We can also see those who are in critical roles from identifying your critical and strategic risks. What is also important to define are the incentive schemes for senior leaders. In light of the phrase, what gets managed gets measured, it's imperative that incentives have clear linkages to positive health and safety outcomes. Upon having a clear path forward and identifying those essential to making it happen, we can get started on identifying the type of health and safety management system that is going to work for your business. If you already have a management system, then it's about looking at whether that's working and effective. And are there elements that are missing or that are important to achieving your strategy? We go through all of this in the blueprint. To support the work health and safety management system and achieve the strategy, we need to identify the frameworks and forums for collaborating and sharing knowledge. Providing frameworks for teams and people to collaborate is vital to positive health and safety outcomes, but it also improves the flow and retention of knowledge on health and safety matters, which contributes to productivity, opportunity, and organizational performance. We also want to introduce a culture that is fair and just and balances the need to have a non-punitive reporting and continuous learning environment. For example, an environment that is not focused on attributing blame and administering punishment with the need to hold persons accountable for their actions. In the background to all this, we're constantly looking at new ways to use technology and data to make leaders more informed, to make quicker and better, smarter decisions to achieve the organizational objectives and improve health and safety performance. There are impressive things that are happening in the work health and safety space across the world with advances in automation, artificial intelligence, digitization, augmented reality, and virtual reality. cyber-physical systems, and other technologies are on the horizon. And finally, we need to determine the level of oversight you need and a governance framework to give you that oversight. So the personal components that support the framework, governance and system components, include generating unity, like leveraging health and safety as a unifying point of collaboration in your business, demonstrating safety leadership, and generally improving your awareness and knowledge in work health and safety. So that's the formula I use to coach CEOs and MDs to move them from feeling overwhelmed with leading safe and healthy work, fearing what they don't know, working under a cloud of unsubstantiated priorities, and applying an ad hoc approach to leadership, which just leaves them fighting fires and having restless nights. Again, be sure to download the blueprint that I've provided with this post. And when you finish watching, I'd like to know, out of all the components, which areas would you want further training in or more knowledge of? Leave a comment below and let me know. And if you like this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up below and subscribe to this channel to get a regular dose of what to ask and when to act. If you're interested in diving in further into content like this, head over to my blog on smsafetysolutions.com.au. While you're there, be sure to sign up for my newsletter to get notified of more good stuff on health and safety governance and leadership, promotions, and other insights and tips and strategies that I only share via email. As always, I hope I have contributed further to you knowing what to ask and when to act. Thanks for watching. Until next time.